Hello, welcome back. For those who are not familiar with my channel, my name is Trillage, and from time to time I try to post quick art videos. And so yeah, let's get started. So today I'll be going over 5 tips that I recommend artists unlearn, which I've struggled with in the past couple years while doing art, and the reasoning behind it. As you see, I have a speed drawing of a cool looking dude. So this guy, backstory, this guy saw him in the airport and I just thought he was so cool, and I just tried to remember him and drew him later. I couldn't take a picture because, you know, it's creepy taking pictures of people in the airport, but he was so awesome. I even thought about doing a story around him, but anyway, this is just a quick drawing of him. Alright, so first thing I had to unlearn, or learn rather, was drawing the gesture right before drawing my official character. I guess this is a no-brainer to some artists, but for me, I would just simply draw a circle for the head, generally where the shoulders would go, the torso and the legs. But I realized after doing a lot of figure drawings, actually drawing the gesture for your character before drawing the actual character helps a lot, because it not only helps you feel what the character is doing and the state that they're in, it just helps you piece together the character more efficiently. And so this is something I recommend, especially new artists. Don't get into the habit of just drawing the head and shoulders. Actually draw the gesture. And I have that in the beginning of the video. And basically a gesture is a flowy representation of, or a loose representation of what your character is doing. So highly recommend you do that before actually drawing the character. Alright, so the next thing I had to unlearn was avoiding making ugly art. Every artist's nightmare. I mean, who likes ugly art, right? You see it, you hate it, you want to put it away, you want to hide it away. But I realized as I create more artwork, I'm just going to create something ugly. It is what it is. And actually looking at my ugly artwork allows me to learn and grow and see where I fell short. And honestly, I don't know if there's ever going to be a time where I'll stop making ugly art. But yes, get comfortable with making ugly art, seeing it. It's something I still kind of struggle with. I just want to trash it all away, but no, keep it, see it, and actually appreciate it, because that's how you grow. So the next thing I had to unlearn was finishing a piece in one sitting, and actually learning to step away from it and coming back to see my mistakes and see if I want to change anything. So now there are times where you can finish a piece if it's just for, you know, an hour study, 2-hour study. Now I'm talking about illustration pieces that you want to put more time into. I realized it was okay for me to step away and come back after a couple hours, because then I would see a lot of my mistakes and it would allow me to change and fix them. I used to think if once I put a stroke on paper, it was set in stone and changing it would be the end of the world. But now I realize it's okay to change my mind. It's okay to change things on a piece. And even in this piece, I do it quite a bit with his walking stance. I change it up like 3 or 4 times. Another tip is to actually flip the image. There's something that happens in our brain where we see an image one way, and once we flip it or step away from it, the perspective changes and we can just see it in a totally different light. So I highly recommend artists do that. It is a really good pro tip. So another thing I had to unlearn was sitting down for extremely long periods of time while doing art. So there's this thing that happens, I'm sure most artists can relate. When you're doing art, you just get sucked in and you don't want to stop. And there were times I would draw for like 6-8 hours straight. My back would be hurting me, my posture was off and horrible. And I realized I just had to step away and take time to rest, not only relieve my posture and my neck, but just only painting for 3-4 hours, a couple hours, stepping away, stretching my limbs and legs. And even the great Dr. Sanjay Gupta says, sitting is the new smoking. Basically, sitting for long periods of time is not good for your body. Your body wants to be in motion, so definitely get up, stretch those limbs, take breaks when you need to, and it will make you a better artist. So next bad habit I had to unlearn was leaving unfinished art pieces behind. I have so many unfinished pieces in my sketchbook, in my iPad, and I just told myself, I'm like, you know what, I need to finish all these artworks. I actually got inspired from this, or with this idea, from watching one of the artists here on YouTube. I forgot her name, but she talks about how finishing art pieces is very important, especially for artists who want to grow and do it professionally. You know, a lot of the jobs out there, if you're looking to do freelance work or even work in the animation industry, you're expected to finish artwork. So why would you not train yourself to do that? And there's something that happens when you start a piece and not finish it and start another piece. You tend to get overwhelmed. And there's just a sense of satisfaction when you have a finished piece and you can just look at it. So now I'm definitely tasking myself with going back and looking at all my old artwork, preferably within in the past year or so, and actually finishing the pieces. And I'm debating if I should post them on YouTube or not, only because some of the pieces I feel like meh, you know, just for practice or something. But yes, finish your art pieces, people. Don't leave that eye hanging in your art book. Don't leave that leg in limbo. You know, finish it. And that's it. Those are the top 5 bad habits I had to unlearn as an artist so I can improve my artwork. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I am a really small YouTube channel that's trying to grow. And yes, it has been a minute since I've been posting videos. A lot has happened in the past couple months. I'll see if I can do a catch-up video next, just talking about my artwork and my next steps. So I'm very excited. It's been a minute. It's nice, of course, presenting my art to you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me. And of course, engage with the content. You know, if you guys have any other tips or bad habits that you unlearned as an artist, please feel free to post it down below. I really like talking to you guys. All right, so I will catch you on the next video. And enjoy as I finish out this cool dude from the airport. I don't know what to call him. Should I name him something? I don't know if I should go somewhere with him. I always imagined he was on his way to like a band, like a concert or something, but he looked so cool. Maybe Edmund? No, Edmund sounds too boring. But he had really cool boots. I live in Houston, so cowboy boots out there are nothing, but his were really cool. They were like bedazzled and had strings on them. I don't think I did them justice in the picture, but yeah. And he had really dark eyeliner. Honestly, really cool. Reminded me of like early 2000s punk rock emo style. I was honestly tempted to go up to him and tell him I loved his outfit, but I was in the airport and I was standing in line to get through TSA, and it would have been awkward to do that. Okay, now I'm just rambling. All right, thank you guys a lot. See you on my next video. Okay, bye.